Welcome to the Atheist Experiment. The tallest man-made structure is the Burj Khalifa Tower in Dubai. It is 830 meters high, which is only 170 meters short of 1 kilometer. If you shrunk the Earth down to the size of a common classroom globe, you wouldn't even feel this tower with your finger. The chalk that you use to write on a common chalkboard is made of the carcasses of dead single-cell sea creatures. It's mined, not manufactured. Chameleons do not change their color to suit their environment, as a lot of people believe. They do it to show their mood. Calling a comet's tail a tail can be deceiving. The tail is not behind the comet. It is always pointing away from the sun. So even when a comet is traveling away from the sun, the tail is in front of it. The Earth's rotation is slowing down. During the time of the dinosaurs, the day was 18 hours long. This is because of the effect of the moon's gravity. It's like the gravity of the moon is a big brake, slowing down the Earth's rotation. The sun is 400 times wider than the moon, and the moon is 400 times closer to the Earth than the sun. That is why they appear the same size in our sky. And that is why we have periodic total solar eclipses. Michael Faraday was the first to demonstrate that passing a magnet through a coil of wires caused a compass to move on the other side of the room through a wire without touching the compass. This is where the term Faraday cage comes from. This is the principle by which planes and cars are safe from lightning strikes. In early IndyCar racing, red meant go and green meant stop. With the advent of the first traffic lights, it was changed to our current understanding, but no one is really sure why. Would you drink hydrogen monoxide? Everyone is doing it. So think about this for a minute. Dihydrogen, di meaning two, so two hydrogens, H2. And mono meaning one, monoxide, so one oxygen, H2O, water, right? Yes, but let's think about that even more. Hydrogen by itself is a flammable gas, but the fire triangle requires oxygen. You need oxygen, you need an ignition source, and you need a fuel. So hydrogen can be the fuel, oxygen is required for fire, you ignite that baby, and you've got fire. So Yet if you combine these elements together on a molecular level, you get water, H2O, which puts out fire. It is clear that the universe is not obligated to make sense to us. A helium balloon on the moon would sink and rest on the surface. Helium is lighter than air in our surrounding atmosphere, and there is no atmosphere on the moon. If you put all the cells from the human body end to end, you would have a string of cells 740,000 kilometers long, which would wrap around the Earth 18 times. Fish having sex. Currently, it is thought that Jupiter has 79 moons, but it's not confirmed. In the movie Jurassic Park, only one dinosaur was from the Jurassic period. All the other dinosaurs were from the Cretaceous period. Also, velociraptors were really the size of a chicken. The Kármán line is an attempt to establish a border between space and Earth's atmosphere. Not all countries agree on this definition, and it takes about 150 seconds to reach the Kármán line in a rocket, and its elevation is 100 kilometers. This would be the thickness of the skin of an apple if the Earth were the size of an apple. In this world, there are more legs than arms. Sodium chloride, otherwise known as salt, which we use to improve the taste of our food, and we actually need some of it in our diet to survive, but sodium by itself explodes when it comes into contact with water. And chlorine by itself is a poisonous gas. There are 7.5 times 10 to the 18 grains of sand on Earth. There are more stars in the observable universe than grains of sand on Earth. Yet there are more molecules in your body than stars in the universe. If you had a bowl of water big enough, Saturn would float in it because its density is very low. Over 2,600 shipping containers are lost at sea each year. All shrimp are born male. Some change into female as they mature, depending on how many females are already nearby. Snails have both female sex organs and male sex organs. When they mate, both snails fertilize each other at the same time using something called a love dart. Metals can weld together spontaneously in space. The metal within our atmosphere oxides instantly once it is exposed. This leaves a protective coating on the metals so that if they ever touch each other, they don't bond. But in space, where there is no atmosphere, the oxidization coating can wear off and two metal parts can fuse together. And it's better than a weld we can achieve here on Earth. It's called cold welding. The atoms in one metal don't necessarily know that they have to stay where they are. So they migrate into the other metal. Spiders don't have muscles in their legs. They move them using hydraulic pressure from their blood pressure. They curl up when they die because the blood pressure is gone. Hypothetical particles called tachyons travel faster than the speed of light, which means they have to go backwards in time according to general relativity. That means as they travel from the sun to you, they land on your eye before they left the sun. Try to wrap your mind around that one. Car tires were white in the beginning. They are still white until car manufacturers add carbon for strength and heat dissipation.
Motorboat.